Welcome back, everyone. This is Freya at Spirit Healer Tarot. This channel is for folks who are on a spiritual path and who know they're on a spiritual path and who are looking for guidance on how to walk their path in a good way. I typically do love and spirituality readings, and as far as the love goes, it can really span all types of relationships. The love of friends, the love of family, certainly romantic love, sexual love, and the love of kindred spirits, So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Some of these messages are for very specific people who are watching, and I am connected to higher guidance when I'm channeling these messages. So, just if it doesn't resonate with you, know that it might not be for you, that message. And there are plenty of other YouTube tarot readers who might hold the message for you this month. I do these when I'm guided to. Over the summer, I was guided to do readings that spanned the zodiac signs. So May 21st to June 21st, June 22nd to July 22nd, and then July 23rd through August 23rd. And for some reason, I'm being guided to do monthlies now. So we're going to start with the sign of Virgo, and we're going to go through the 12 signs, and we'll do monthlies for September, love and spirituality readings. I hope you enjoy your reading. And hello, dear Tauruses. It's Freya at Spirit Healer Tarot, and I'm here to do your Post-Eclipse September 2017 reading. You're going to receive the Thoth deck for this reading. And when I was meditating on your energy prior to the reading, this has been happening for a lot of the signs. Not all of them, but a lot of them. I've been getting images of mudras or movements. And for you, it was the shaking, my face isn't showing, but it was the shaking head, someone saying no. Right? No. And as I meditated further, then it became someone saying come, like arms outstretched saying come. And then it went back to the no, shaking head no. And then it went back to the come. And it so it started with the no, and then it incorporated more of the openness and receiving. And then it went back to the no and openness and receiving. And eventually it just became this openness and receiving, right? So for you, I feel like there's a process around understanding what to say no to, what to say yes to, and sort of going back and forth between the two until you come to a place where, okay, this is what I'm saying yes to. I am wanting to receive this in. And it makes sense, the eclipses for a lot of my Taurus friends have been pretty intense and have shaken up their world so that things are no longer the same. Births, deaths, breakups, divorces, just things that had been hoped for that didn't come through. Things that were hoped for that came through, and then you realize, my God, this is changing my life so much. So let's just take a moment, knowing the mudra, knowing the energy of the eclipse that needs to be integrated, and I'll say my prayer for your reading. I ask that the white light surround us, the light of protection, understanding, and healing. I ask that my guides come through and speak clearly this day for my Taurus's understanding. May all of my Taurus's intentions be heard and answered, please. And I ask that this reading be for the highest and best of all concerned. I ask this through all my teachers. What are the messages and energies for Taurus for the month of September 2017? I would like Taurus to have love in their lives, to be in loving relationships, to have work that is fulfilling and creative, and to always be guided towards their highest destiny. Please show us the messages and energies for Taurus for September 2017. Okay. What are the messages and energies and guidance for Taurus for the month of September 2017? Messages for Taurus, September 2017. Messages for Taurus, September 2017. Okay. Ooh. One. And the bottom of the deck for you is, makes sense, the Five of Discs, worry. Yes. And that goes very well with the yes, no mudra that I was being shown. The no, the yes, the no, the yes. It's like you're worried about something. So let's see what this is about. Let me just check in and see what kind of spread they want me to do. And again, they want me to do a Celtic cross. Okay, so this, just forewarning, this reading might be a little longer than anticipated because they're asking me to do a Celtic cross. And it takes a while to do that. So your first energy for the month of September is the Prince of Cups. That's a beautiful energy. That's where you're standing. Your environment is the Knight of Cups. Wow. Your challenge is the Queen of Wands. Your foundation is the Chariot in reverse. And card of the past, completion. That's the Four of Wands for those of you who aren't familiar with this deck. Your guiding spirit is asking you to take a look at the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. The next energy that you're going to be facing, the Two of Swords. Okay, there's that conflict. Your self-concept is the Moon in reverse. How you see yourself in this situation. Your hopes and fears is the Princess of Wands. And your environment, doing this, is the High Priestess. That's beautiful. And your outcome, Ten of Swords. And I'm going to pull two clarifiers. The Tower. And do I want another one? No. Okay, again, the bottom of the deck is worry. Usually I pull clarifiers until I get to a major arcana, so that's why I stopped at that point. Okay, Taurus, let's look at your reading. Now, before I pulled your cards, as I always do, I pulled an angel card to guide the reading forward, and your angel card that came through is the angel card of synthesis. Okay? Synthesis. She's coming through to help you with the material from the eclipse, with the material that's sitting in front of you now, and helping you to create your new path forward. It seems like, from what I'm seeing anyway. Now, at the end of the reading, I'm going to show you another oracle that I pulled, and it's going to come from this oracle deck, which is brand new to me. It's called Love Letters to Earth. I met its creator while I was traveling this summer. Her name's Nicole Adriana Casanova, and she is a medicine woman, priestess, healer, sound healer, teacher, and just a lovely person. And she created this oracle deck and infused it with the energy of Reiki healing and other healing vibrations. So they're sacred geometries, and they're really beautiful. And I pulled one for each of the signs this month. And so that'll be another guidance card for you for the end of your reading. So just stay tuned for that, because I think, I don't remember what your card is, but it has been very relevant to the signs this month. All right, so let's start off. So looking at your environment, you've got some really good cards right in the center or the heart of your reading. You're standing in this place. You're standing in the place of the Prince of Cups, right? So your energy is very giving. It's very romantic. It's very feeling oriented. It's very beautiful and watery. And you're balanced in that, right? So your heart is open. You're in a good place as far as that goes. And there's not much more to say about that card. It's just you're in a place of beauty and balance. You know, this is the card of the knight who loves poetry, right? And it's masculine. It's a younger masculine. It's not the king, it's the prince. But nonetheless, that's a beautiful energy for your spirit to be standing in, dear Taurus. So I'm glad that you're there. I'm glad that you're in that place. It's, you know, it's the lover, the romantic. Now, your environment and what's coming through for you is this. This is the Knight of Cups, which is actually the King of Cups in this deck. So here is an amazingly beautiful offer of masculine love. It's the masculine force in the water element, right? So he's on his horse. He's offering you a cup. It's got crab. I'm wondering if this is the sign of Cancer. Anyway, what I see in this card is life is offering you beauty. Life is offering you this really big love. And it's in your environment, and it's pretty marvelous. This is a man who is able to express himself in emotional terms. He is in touch with his emotions. He's sensitive, and he's offering love to you. He's also very passionate, you know, the way that horse is riding, that he's riding that horse is just, let's go and do this. Okay, what's challenging you is this card, Queen of Wands. Your challenge is to be the knower of yourself, to know yourself fully, and to be the queen of your domain. And that does not mean to be the queen of a kingdom, but the queen of your, you know, to be in your sovereignty, to be the queen of yourself in the circle of people that surrounds you, right? How do you be? A Queen of Wands is passionate. She's fiery. She knows what she wants. She goes and gets it. She's also a great manager, so she knows how to get people to work together for a common goal. She's a good leader. And so someone in your environment is causing you, a couple of messages that are coming through. Either it's someone in your environment who embodies this, that is causing friction with you. It's not upside down though, so I don't see the challenge being that there's friction between you and this other person. Perhaps it's just that she's reminding you that this energy is within you also, and that you need to embody this for yourself. And that might be uncomfortable for a Taurus who is in this water flowy energy, right? The poetry energy, the romantic energy. That energy is not so much take charge and lead energy. It's more be in the moment, flow energy. So this might be your challenge is now might be a time when you need some leadership savvy, and you need to embody it, and that's not what's happening, right? What's happening in your environment is a lot of love cards. So taking that into account, let's go into the base of your reading, or the root of it is the Chariot in reverse. So the Chariot upright is movement, travel, energy moving forward, passionate new beginnings in life, adventure. Let me check in and see why this card is in reverse for you. What's going on? You've been... hold on. I want to make sure I speak the right message as they come through. Okay, many messages. For some of you, this is about you stopping yourself from an adventure. It's like you're putting the brakes on. For others of you, you're having trouble with the two horses. You're having trouble leading these horses forward, right? So the Chariot is kind of, there's not a direct, straight, we're going this way energy. It's more wobbly. It's more like sometimes we're going this way, then we're going this way. You're having a hard time navigating this energy, and I don't blame you, because the eclipse energy was hard. You know, there was a lot of, at least for me, there was a lot of things on many different levels of reality that came through, and that I had to get bigger in order to encompass it all into my life. And that just means, you know, different types of relationships, different types of philosophies being held by the people I love and who love me. And so we're all trying to expand to include us all in this lovely family of life, so that it's inclusive and not exclusive. We're not cutting people off, right? But sometimes that means a whole new worldview is coming into place, and navigating the new paradigm can be challenging for folks who are just beginning to understand what this new paradigm is. I know that is very esoteric, so I'll take it back to the practical. The Chariot in reverse could just mean that, you know, you're having trouble knowing which direction to steer yourself, knowing how to steer yourself in that direction, and or having the confidence that you can do it, right? The Chariot, sometimes you've got your horses ready, you've got your chariot ready, but the person who's steering it is you. Are you ready? And that's sort of the question at hand. And what I'm hearing is to remind you of the angel message, synthesis. You're synthesizing a lot of information that came through during this eclipse time, and you can't wait too long to make your next moves forward. But it is a lot of energy to navigate, so you're really, really trying to take all views into account as you navigate this time. Okay. Four of Wands is completion. This is the energy of what you just moved through, so the last 3 months of the summer. And this is a sweet energy of celebration. There may have been family celebrations, births, weddings, engagements. There may have been just gatherings of people who are kindred spirits, family members, friends, people in your community that you hold near and dear. There may have been celebrations of that. And, you know, there's flowers and there's birds, right? So it's, what am I trying to say? Hold on. There's energies of flight and rejoicing. And there's energies of beauty and groundedness and just love, right? That's the energy that you've moved through, which is beautiful. And that's probably why you're in this Prince of Cups position, because you move through that very sweet celebratory field and naturally you're there, Prince of Cups. Right, so crowning your reading is the energy of the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Let me talk a little bit about this for you, Taurus. Let me show it upright. So here's a plant that's growing and it's producing beautiful flowers. The and the word at the bottom is prudence. On some level, you've been wise about how you've moved forward your projects in the world, how you've moved forward your creative ideas in the world, and you're seeing fruit bear. You're seeing the fruit of that. You may have seen it in the last 6 months to 8 months, from the beginning of the year through August, right? Because there's 8 pentacles here, 1 for each month. And it may have been beautiful. You may have been like, wow, I can really do this. In the reverse, for some reason, just like the Chariot is in reverse, you're kind of feeling like, hang on, I'm trying to get the words out correctly. For some of you, you're feeling like, oh, that was just a fluke. Like, I don't really have the capability to create this. So there's a sense of lack of confidence. For others of you, this is a warning to continue the good work that you've done, right? So whatever has brought you success in the last 8 months, continue to cultivate that. Don't, just because you're in this love energy, don't lose sight of the work that you do in the world and the investment of time, energy, resources that work needs to flourish and to grow. So, yeah, giving you that warning and that information. This is the card of the apprentice. It's the card of the master in training. The master who's, getting into his mastery. And again, here's the card of mastery. This is the card of self-knowing and self-mastery. So you're mastering something. Keep going. Don't falter in that. Keep your focus on it. The next energy that you're going to be moving through, and this is passing, is the Two of Swords. So I see that you're making decisions and choices. There's a lot of energy around, where am I going? What do I want? How do I get there? Coming from your reading, and I think you're gonna hit a point where you're like, shh, just everyone, shh. I just need to be right now, and you're gonna take a time out, and you're gonna call it an inner peace, but really it's not, because you haven't quite yet made your choice, right? So this is the card of the tense balance between mind and heart. Are the swords crossed? One is for the mind, one is for the heart, and they're crossing the cup in the middle, and they're at cross purposes. So you are also at cross purposes, and what we want to do is we want to get those swords going in the same direction, right? So that your chariot goes in the forward motion, forward, and not being pulled side to side. Okay. Give me a second to see if there's anything else that they want to share about those cards. I'm getting, this is the yes, no that I was getting in the beginning, right? The no, and then the yes, and then the no, and then the yes. This is what you're tussling with this month. And that's okay. It's your process. That's okay. Do not worry. The moon, upside down. feeling confused, feeling like you can't see in the dark. The moon upright is being able to navigate through the dark, learning the truths that are in the shadows. Upside down, it could just be like, you're really going through a moment of deep confusion. And again, that's okay. That may be your path right now, is to tussle with that deep confusion and to come out the other side. Your hopes and fears. It's the Princess of Wands, and it came up reversed. So I'm going to talk about the hope. Your hope is that you can be this princess with her passion, with her energy, taking the tiger by the tail and just moving on forward into that, using that wave, right? So this is the card of the fire using water. So that wave in the center, the yellow wave, is watery. It's a wave, and she's the fire that's using it, that's moving it, that's catching the wave and moving herself forward. This is what you want. This is what you want as far as the Chariot goes. This is what you want as far as your next life steps go. In reverse, you're just afraid that you're not going to be able to do it. Again, self-confidence is coming up for me to say. The self-doubt, and we all go through it, right? You're not the only one. It may be a more emotional time for you because we've got the moon, we've got the Knight of Cups, we've got the Prince of Cups, so there's a lot of water. So it might be more emotional for you, but know that you can write this card. You can grab that tiger by the tail and, ride that wave to the new life cycle that you're creating. You can do it. And I want you to know that you can do it. In your environment, supporting you is this, and this is beautiful. So this is the Priestess. Someone around you is very highly intuitive, very highly connected to their intuition. It's actually a gift that they possess, and I feel like this person is going to be essential, instrumental, helpful to you on some level, because this is the card that you need, right? You need access to your intuition while you stay grounded and practical in the world. So if you look at this arc right here, so the upper part of her is very feminine and the lower part is grounded and masculine. Look closer at it, right? So you have the half circle above her waist, and she's got the breasts and the very symmetrical, linear bottom half of her body is masculine and grounded. So she's balanced, intuition and groundedness. Now, she doesn't always speak what she knows, but she knows. So there's someone in your environment who can help you. And it could be that this energy is just coming through for you right now. And you can pray to the priest, to this high priestess. You can ask Spirit to show you what it is that you need to do next to help yourself move forward. Okay? Now, the outcome is perfect for you. The Ten of Swords. Endings. Final endings. Just no more, right? The no is completely no, and the yes is completely yes. So an ending of a situation, it's already ended. It's just what you need to do is acknowledge it. And what I'm getting for the Tower is Aries got this card as well. Not this deck, but this card, the Tower. Acknowledge the change that has happened. Don't fight it. Acknowledge it. It's coming. It has already come. And you need to move forward in your life and create your life anew. Right? The bottom of the deck that you had was worry. And I think your energy is like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Which way am I going to go? How do I steer this chariot? You want a new beginning, and before the new beginning can come, you need to acknowledge the ending of the old cycle. Something came crashing down. Whatever it was for you, something came crashing down. It could have been a relationship, a work situation, a family situation, a self-concept within yourself, like how you see yourself in the world, that may have come crashing down. And it's time to build from what remains, a new cycle. It's time to synthesize all the lessons from the old cycle so that you can start your cycle anew. And this is the card. It's really the card of synthesis. So for your Love Letters to Earth Oracle, I love it because it mirrors all the fire that's in your reading. You got the Oracle of Courage. Spirit wants you to know that it is sending you help. And this message is one of them. I'm going to read it. It's the element of fire. Courage. The root of courage is in the heart, in our innermost self, and with our innermost feelings. Courage ignites when we transcend whatever reasons, whether real or imagined, that we have to stay within our comfort zone. When we move beyond our ego identification to play small, when we move beyond our ego identification to believe that everything must be perfect, or to not speak, act, or become that pure expression of self which exists in its most distilled form as the essence of our soul. How is courage necessary now? What is the best thing that could happen if you act freely and from the heart? Invoke the divine imperative of courage and allow that vibration to radiate through your understanding of whatever challenge you are facing. Okay, I'm going to read it again. The root of courage is in the heart, in our innermost self, and with our innermost feelings. Courage ignites when we transcend whatever reasons, whether real or imagined, that we have to stay small within our comfort zone, When we move beyond our ego identification to play small, to believe everything must be perfect, to not speak, to not act, to not become the pure expression of self which exists in its most distilled form as the essence of our soul. How is courage necessary now? What is the best thing that could happen if you act freely and from the heart? Invoke the divine imperative of courage and allow that vibration to radiate through your understanding of whatever challenge you are facing. So whatever this challenge is that's causing you to worry, that's causing you to hold a tense peace, that's causing you not to know which direction to steer your chariot, that's causing you not to acknowledge the ending, the final ending of a situation that just wasn't serving you anymore. You know, the Tower card is a healing card. It destroys what's not needed so that from there, something new can flow and grow. And I need you to take a look at this card, see the beauty in it. Feel the light that's emanating from this card. And really use it to take heart. You can change your life. You can do what's right in this situation. You can use courage to turn your no to a yes. Have courage. What do you want to say yes to? Have the courage to say yes to it. What do you want to say yes to? Have the courage to say yes to it. All right? Blessings to every one of you, dear Tauruses. I will see you next month. Please take care of yourselves and be kind to yourselves this month as you move through these challenging energies. Namaste.